Hi there, I'm Margot Soltice from Barnswallow Corner Studio, and we are about to launch, well, I'm going to launch my biggest launch yet. There were an awful lot of mugs made for festivals, and I didn't know how much to make, so I made lots and lots and lots, so you benefit from that. So if you are watching for the first time and you're on my email list, or if you're watching on the YouTube channel and my YouTube channel and you haven't seen a launch before, I'll just go through lowdown. I'm going to try and keep it within a short period of time so that hopefully about half an hour. We've got a lot to go through, just so that it's not crazy. And so to demystify some of that, or to maybe try and organize it a little bit, I'll go through mug sizes. That's what this is to help me remember, and their price range, or the mug range sizes and their prices, the colors. And you'll want to pay attention to this because I have so much here that I won't be able to say. I have to pack it up and take it to a couple of different places this weekend. So it might not be in its same place by the time we get to you. So this time around anyway, usually I have them stacked, a 10 at a time, and a picture of that. And you can say that one that's on the top right, and we can kind of show you some pictures or video of it, and you can say, yes, that's the one. And then you pay, and then I either deliver it or have it shipped, or I will take it to one of the places where I sell. So the mug size ranges are teeny, and I don't think I have any teenies here today. They're 8 to 11. Those are $40. Although these wine goblets have no handle, so I'm going to call them, even though they're probably more than 11 ounces, that's 8 to 11 ounces. They're $40. Goldilocks, so Goldilocks is just right, I think. So there's a 14 ounce. They are between 12 and 15 ounces. So just to give you an idea, I'm going to put this down here. An idea. There's business card. Business cards are pretty much standard. So you can see the size of them. They are not, I don't do sets. You have to pick that yourself. So you could say to me, I would like 2, and I'd like them to be pretty much the same shape. And I can show you 2, and you specify the size and the color that I tell you. And the colors are distinctive. There's more than one blue, so don't say that dark blue, because it could be you think one dark blue and I think a different dark blue. It should be specifically the colors that I say, hey, this is cobalt blue or floating blue or whatever. And so that's Goldilocks. They are 45, so they go up in $5 increments. Guzzler is 16 to 19. Let's see if I can find one. There's a 16 ouncer, so a bit taller. This one is tall and skinny, so you might specify that too. Don't worry about the styles that I'm showing you yet. They are 50. Bathtubs. Do you like my names? Goldilocks is Goldilocks because it's just right. Guzzler is because I think people must have to guzzle to get that coffee down and before it gets cold. Bathtub is 20 to 23 ounces. So here is a 22 ouncer. Obviously getting bigger. And so that's $55. And we have a new category. It's called Lagoon, just because I think people who drink this much coffee is 24 ounces and up must have enough room in them to drink a whole lagoon. That's a big mug. Okay, I just keep getting challenged by folks, that's all. So I keep making them bigger. All right, so that's the sizes. Now we're going to go through the styles. So over here we have in a brown, some of them are darker brown, some of them are lighter. It depends on the clay that I have, but this is Bear, obviously. Each one kind of has a character. You could ask me to, you know, once you have your size in mind, you could ask to see a selection of Bear in that size. They're all the way around. They've got my little frog indented, not so obvious. All of the bears are done in metallic black, so you don't have to say the name of the color for these guys. Some are tall and skinny, like those two. Some are a little short and fat, including the bear. The bears all have the same esqueness, but they honestly, each one of them has their own personality. So that's Bear. And then I'm going to show you these ones that I was showing you. So this is a 22 ouncer in Birch. So this is a birch tree collection. Being 22 ounces, it is a bathtub size. Quite big. All of them have big handles, easy to hold. Also have the frog on here. The frog, by the way, is from my card, from a painting that I did. And he's kind of my talisman. So birch traditionally is in this sort of black on the inside and a really mottled, pretty bluey green. Just before I went to Canmore, I did not dip some of them. So they're all black, and I kind of like that. It's really striking. So I have, again, in the different sizes. Oh, this one might be a teeny. Yep, I lied. This is a teeny. So those of you who like just a bit of coffee, or maybe you want an espresso. It's kind of big for an espresso. So two different colors in that. So I would call this the green birch and this the black birch. Then we'll go to Dragonfly, and I don't know, I think I have to bring them each to you. So Dragonflies are all hand carved, free-handed. It's quite a process. They get the black paint, well, this is raised, so I freehand that onto there. And then once it's fired, I paint it all black and then wipe it all back. So that takes a long time. They have the frog standing out a little bit more. This color is called floating blue. And the idea is that there's green, kind of a greenish color with blue floating on top. And where they meet with the clear glaze that I put over top of this part, you get quite a striking blue. So that's called floating blue. And those come in a 22 ounce. These ones I put little dots on the bottom. These ones are called spearmint, this color. Those green people, the people who like green. There's those little dots again. Spearmint green. This is cobalt blue. This guy is a 15 ouncer, cobalt blue. I'll just go over this bit really quick. A lot of people have heard me say this, so just be patient with me while I explain it again. My mug shapes are thus because my mom did pottery with a Japanese potter who he's passed away, a very good lip on it. So when it was on your lip, it was made coffee better. So I try to emulate Noboru Kubo, if you want to look him up. Noboru Kubo. He was quite a guy. And then I pull my handles and I make big handles. I make them as big as the mug wants it to be without being ridiculous. Because I think, I don't know, I like them. Some people like just a little handle, like some potters will only make a little handle, and that's a preference thing. And then the third thing is it's huggable. It's got a belly on it. Cobalt blue. Got a few of those. Here is orange. I quite like this orange. It stands out quite a bit. I don't always have them, but you can see that swirl in the bottom. Lots of people like that. Orange. Yellow. I call on the bucket of glaze, I call this bee yellow. And last but not least, I do a blue mist. It's kind of neat where it overlaps with the clear glaze. It goes kind of mottled. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3 styles. Now I will go to the, I'll do the Misty Mountains. So Misty Mountain is one of the more work intensive styles. It, like the Dragonfly, it has that raised business. These ones, a lot of them are done toward being impressionistic of the Canmore mountain range, Three Sisters. I'm one of Three Sisters, and I just thought it would be kind of cool to have that for the Folk Fest. This is painted on. It takes a long time to describe what happens on this mug, but it's like the, well, okay, I'll do it. I throw the mug. It's called throwing, even though you're pulling up, you're throwing it. And then the next day, it gets, you make the handles and set them aside to dry, to be the same dryness as the mug body. And then trim the bottom. And then draw, as it's on the wheel still, I draw these lines that are cross-hatching all over the place with a pin tool. And then I attach the handle and squeeze with the bulb the design for the mountains, and then it dries. And then I fire it, and then I paint it all black, wipe it all back, and then I paint. And so with, let's see, well, you can see these black mountains are quite black. They are painted 3 coats of black underglaze before they get clear coated on top. These I wanted to be sort of a watercolor effect, so it's kind of, I guess, I mix a bunch of different colors. There's probably about 4 different colors that go into here, and the white, and just do it very loosely with 1 coat, trying to get that mountain-esque-ishness. So that's Misty Mountain. In the Misty Mountain, I also have, can you see it from there? Maybe I should just, without dropping everything, bring over. My poor gladiolas got blew over in the wind. So we get the benefit. They're cut quite short, so it doesn't give you a good idea of how tall this is, but we'll use our trusty card. So this is $100 vase. It's also done in the Three Sisters esque ishness. I'm going to put this over here because I've already filled the space. And then, okay, so in Misty Mountain, I have just the three blues. Even though this is kind of greeny, the blue on top is, it's double dipped on the top so that I can get more floating blue out of it so that it has a sort of sky look to it. Love that blue when it happens with a clear glaze. A frog happens there too. And this one, by the way, this floating blue, it has a, there aren't tons and tons of glazes that do this, so it's kind of special to me anyway. When you get this brown on the edge, it's called breaking brown. So it's floating blue, breaking brown. You don't have to say all that. Floating blue is enough, but that's what the dynamicness of that glaze is one of my favorites. It also comes in cobalt, which I think speaks to the purpley blues that I have in the mountains. And the blue mist, which is appropriate for Misty Mountains. Look at how that dripped. Sometimes that's like, you want to lick it. Okay, so those are the three colors: floating blue, cobalt blue, and blue mist in the Misty Mountains. In the Black Mountains, it's the same colors. I've got a few different things, including, let's put this up here. What did I do with my card? This vase, it's about the same as the Misty Mountain, and it's got, I have to hand paint on both the clear glaze, sometimes it overlaps, and the floating blue. I was looking at a picture of the Three Sisters when I was doing the snow. I was trying to get some likeness there. Okay, so I think I said about these already. They are Black Mountain. All of them are in floating blue. They are $40, and they're good for, I'm doing this because every time I tink it with a bracelet or a ring, I think, ice. Is that sangria? Is that red wine? I don't know. But again, they come in floating blue. Oh, I forgot to mention. Did I have any? No, I don't have any of these with the handle like this in the Misty Mountain, but in Black Mountain, I have the cobalt blue. I have a few that have the thumb hole. People say it's a thumb rest. I put it on there so that to help you. So I think it's a grip. It's not just a thumb rest. You're not resting. When you're holding a big cup like this, I've only put them on the big cups because I think they need help. So that's the blue mist. And I've got a few with floating blue with that thumb grip. Okay, so moving right along, we did all of those. Now it is time for our ravens. So the ravens, oh ravens, if you can imagine carving 20 of those, it's a lot of work, and it's freehand. I don't have a template or a stencil or anything. I just do them up. So they all have slight differences. So on one side, he's got the raven talking away, his tail coming down the tree, frog. And in this case, I tried to, on all of them, leave a little bit extra here because I thought that looks kind of cool. If it's a short mug, I didn't do as much. But anyway, this was a floating blue, but we're gonna call it denim floating blue because it, for whatever reason, it turned out this darker color. I'm trying to find another glaze that does the same thing because I love it. So far, I've used it up. And so we only have a couple more things with it. As you can see here, there's a few. One of them is quite a ton, it's 20 ounce. Quite a tolly. So there's, yeah, half a dozen, 7 of those ones left. I also have cobalt blue, ravens in cobalt blue. And in blue mist. So yeah, I only do a few of these and then I space out the time between offering them. So this month is August, as promised to a couple of people. I hope you're watching. I said they're coming, not a couple of people, lots of people. Yeah, that's it. The dark blue, just the blues. None of the lighter floating blue. I also have, let's see if I can get all 3 of these guys in the same shot here. How are we doing for time? 21 minutes. These are my little baby ravens. They're so shiny. They're metallic black, so hopefully they're coming through that you can see them. They've got little feet. Very cute. So there's only 3 of them. I was going to make a whole bunch, but time slipped away. So we also have, oh, I forgot, one more raven is in this Tenmoku Gold, which is a special color. I use it, I have a whole bucket. I don't use it for everything. I think it's only suited to some styles, some collections. So I only have one of them this time. I will have more later. Let's put that somewhere safe. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you the cacao cups. So the cacao ceremony is done, I think, pretty much worldwide. I don't know if it's Peru, but it just feels like it may be Peru. Where they do it, it's cacao is I think the chocolate bean, more in the raw form, make it into a drink, and they have a ceremony, and the ceremony is special enough that they feel the intentions during that ceremony are infused into the cup, and they use it and use it and use it over their lifetime, and many of them ask to be buried with it because they feel that that cup is now infused with much goodness. So I have a bunch. They're all sort of small. Again, my hands are small, so I'll show you. Just small. And with stamps that I made. So I made the design of the different stamps. And I'll show them all to you quick. This one's kind of cool because it's got 2 colors that overlap and they make a 3rd color. When you pick it up, your hands naturally go to those, intentionally, into those spots where I've impressed the stamp. So I'll just try and show you a couple at a time. You get a peace sign, leaf, mushroom, kind of a plant. Little dot, mushroom, floating blue. This is thin floating blue. Oh no, this is floating blue with mixed with white. So it turned brown. This is another Tenmoku and spearmint one, like that other one, a leaf and a flower, plant. This floating blue leaf. I won't show them all to you. Spearmint only, kind of infinity, I don't know, spiral. And a plant. This one's got the plant. It's harder to see, but almost don't need to. Look at what color this went. Orange and blue, and then it went this, I don't know. My son invented this color combination. I would never have done it myself, but I love it. I mean, I would never have tried it. Now that I know about it, I use it on things like bowls. So these are 20. These bowls, that lovely tangerine and blue mist, floating blue. You can see they have a variance in the coloring. Those are 25 each. So I have 3. There's one that is spearmint and white, which goes that turquoise. It's fun. Look at that. Look at that. And then spearmint and tenmoku. Again, this one is 30. It's a little bit bigger. It's like a full bowl without the holes. Sorry guys, I don't have any of the full bowls right yet. I know a lot of people are waiting for those. And last but not least, it's a big bowl done in spearmint tenmoku. You can use my head as a measurement of the size. Look at what the two of them do together. They sometimes misbehave and drip on, and sometimes that's so sad because it breaks off when you pull the bowl up. But this time I left it because I thought it was good. So there you are. I hope you enjoyed, and I think I've given all the instructions I need to. If you want to order something from this launch, you can contact me in the email that's down below. And if it's the launch date, August 24th, 2023, 7 to 10, that's the window of opportunity for my email list to get it before anybody else does, after which it's sort of, you know, I might take a day or two to get back to you, but that window of time is a concentrated time specifically for my email list, and you can get on there. I'll leave that link below. I sure hope I remember all these things. I'm putting in the link below. Mug sizes, colors, email, and email list link. I hope you have a wonderful day.